So yesterday was a perfect time to take another closer look to the Fireball 1500 and 1750. And it was perfect because I'm not super healthy at the moment. I have a cold, I don't feel super well. So what I need is an effortless foil.
Welcome to Matt on Foil.
So these are the two long distance foils from Axis. This one is the Fireball 1750 and this is the 1500. And I think I have around 3,000 bucks in my hand. I think it's £1 per centimeter with this one a little less, but let's get into the long one to start with. So this foil is exceptional. It is 1 meter and 75 centimeters long, and it's got an aspect ratio of over 20. It says so here, aspect ratio 20.12, which is phenomenal. It's super slim, which makes it super efficient. And that doesn't make it easy though. This foil is not easy to use. It is paired with the skinny 25 stab, which is also small, and the PsychoShort fuse. So the whole setup is meant for efficiency. Now when you start it, you will immediately see it is incredibly pitch sensitive. And it's not a beginner's foil, that's for sure. You can see it here. This guy is an experienced foiler, not calling names, but you actually have to get used to this setup. Once you have it though, you can go forever. Not true, I cannot go forever, but it really feels effortless.
But wait a minute, what does effortless actually mean? Does it mean that I can go forever? I don't think so. Effortless means, to me, that you don't need a lot of effort to continue pumping. And you really don't with these foils. The problem is you need to find that sweet spot, and as the pitch axis is very delicate, it needs a lot of training. So even to go long on these foils, you need a lot of training, not in the sense of you need to get fitter, you need to go jogging, but you need a lot of time on that foil, and that's what I didn't have. But still, sometimes I really felt it, and you really need very little movement to continue pumping.
This guy here can go forever. This is Nicola Eaton, and he has the world record on speed over an hour. He has the world record in long distance foiling, and he uses these foils with a little customized shorter or smaller stab. And this foil is really cool. You can still turn it, which is incredible for a foil that size. Probably due to the small wingtips, but if you see some seaweed ahead, you can still turn it. I used it with the Fatty Mast, which is specially made for wings that span, because you really want a stiff mast. Even though if it's a little fatter, doesn't matter. You want a stiff connection. You want that you're bored on the foil and you don't want it to flex too much. So with the Fatty Mast, with this thick fuse, this really works. And I, for myself, would call myself an average foiler. I think pump foiling, I might be a little over average. I usually manage to really start these, but then I can really feel like to pump, you need a special technique. You don't have to push or make too big of movements with this foil. You kind of have to feel it, feel how it glides, and just make small adjustments. If I could train with that, then I really think I could go for a long time. Because speaking of efficiency, man, this is crazy. If you think, well, this is the foil for me, go try it first, because as I said, it's really not easy. It might be easier with a longer fuse, and I've tested the 1500 with a longer fuse and a bigger tail. So this is the setup I used with the 1500. This is the UltraShort fuse, which is a bit bigger. It's the fatty fuse as well, and this is a 30 skinny, so a bigger tail wing, a smaller front wing, but a longer fuse, which makes it less pitch sensitive, but still possible to pump, at least for me. You can really feel the slight movements that you have to do when pumping these foils compared to lower aspect foils. If you want to go long distance, you can go long distance with that as well. So really no need to go over the top and go for the biggest one, but just keep in mind that these foils are not your beginner foils. You're not reaching the minute and then buy a foil like that and be able to go forever. Also, the start with these foils is not too easy because Yes, you have a lot of time to adjust because they have a super nice glide, but then still pumping is not easy. Now the build quality looks really good. These foils are stiff, these foils are fun, and the covers that come with it actually are very nice too. Now firstly you probably think, well, this is just a regular cover and I can slide it in. Yes, you can, but if you look at it here, you actually have lashes that go over the trailing edge, and also for the tips you can slide that in here and it just protects your foil very well. So make sure to put that over before closing on both sides. So don't just slide it in, but really take care of your gear. And these covers as well, a lot of attention to detail. Those are really nice. Also, it says so what it is, so you never take the wrong one. So these fireballs are really cool. I don't know if you guys who watch this consider buying something like that. So which one of these bad boys should you get? It's a good question. Honestly, if I were to pick one, I would take the 1500, but with the PsychoShort fuse and the smaller tail. Takes some more practice, but it's more effortless. So you're not making a mistake with either of those, but that will be my personal pick. If you have any questions about these foils, hit me up in the comments or on Instagram at MattOnFoil. And now let's get out with the Surge. I'm excited as well.
If you want an unbiased review of all the Surges, please tell me so in the comments, and keep these reviews unbiased. Help me out with a cup of coffee.